Let's go! Anthony Richardson, career high completion percentage, career high in passing yards for a single game. Let's break down the absolute best plays all put together here by No Flags Film. So let's get to this one. Obviously, you saw some absolute ridiculous plays while he's getting hit. I want you to see when he's actually ripping this football, okay? This is absolutely, positively ridiculous anticipation. Let's slow this bad boy down, okay? So he gets to hear play action fake, and he is throwing this football to Josh Downs right now. Okay, that is freaking ridiculous anticipation. So when you do look at this play from this angle, obviously I do love the pulling guard aspect of it. That's obviously a good play action wrinkle, because when you do that pulling guard action, it opens up so much space here for this backside dig. So he could have this, but AR actually takes the tougher of the two options here, and he is looking at the safety the entire time. So obviously, if you're going to do this, you got to hope that this safety is still bailing for this receiver. He is. AR sees that, and look at when this ball is ripped, and look at where it's located. Bang. Obviously, a slightly better ball location would have led Josh Downs here, but that's perfectly fine as well. Okay, so we get to this next play. Once again, it does help having a running back like Jonathan Taylor, who you really have to respect in the play action game, and it does make these intermediate throws behind the second level defense that much easier. But take a look at when this ball to Michael Pittman is being ripped, okay? It is right now. Okay, you see his helmet. He is seeing that him on this deep over is going to be open, and look at where he throws it. Bang. Okay, it stops him right there before he has to take a big hit from that safety. A little lucky in that aspect, but man, that is ridiculous quarterback play. All right, we get to this play. I actually don't recall this one. Let's see what happens here. Okay, man. Okay, now I remember this. This is ridiculous, okay? Now, what I want to do is, normally on these kinds of breakdowns, I like to give you the super slow-mo version of it, but I want you to see this actually in full speed before we break it down, okay? Once again, here's this one in full speed. Let me show you this one as well. So you see, obviously, it's just a shallow drag. He sees the man covered. Sauce Gardner, obviously a really good player, but man, look at this. He can't step in to this mesh. And once again, a lot has been made by Anthony Richardson's footwork. He really can't, though, because this left tackle is right in his lap. And look at that. All right. It's thrown not too hard, but thrown with enough velocity to where there's no way Gardner could catch up and get involved with this. And bang, hits him right in stride. First down and almost a tutty. Love to see it. Okay. Now, let's get to this play, and yeah, this is just unfreaking believable stuff. This is actually one of my favorite, all right? You're going back into the pocket, and it's a little bit easier to do this with the 3-man rush than a 4-man rush, but the mechanics here are really good. Step up, 2 hands on the football, and look at this. Okay, once again, the footwork here is not the absolute best here from AR. You'll see this base is really tight, all right? You would like to not see, this hopscotch kind of jump right here, but look at the ball location. It's coming in a little hot. Obviously, we don't want our receivers jumping, all right? I don't think he needed to jump Pittman here to catch it, but it's thrown really hard. Would like it to be a little bit lower and a little bit more catchable, in all fairness. But still, it was good processing. It was a good job by him seeing it. So we get a little jet sweep action here, and it's a boot. And what makes this really, really, really special is it's defended. Okay, you have the backside in holding the boot here. And here's the thing about Anthony Richardson. He's so damn athletic, it doesn't matter. He's going to get around Clements with these. Man, this is really good stuff on the outside. Blocking right here from JT. Look at that. I mean, sent this guy all the way back to St. Elmo's for a shrimp cocktail, baby. Love to see it. And let me know, I'm from Louisiana. Is it true that the St. Elmo shrimp cocktail is what it is? Like, is it really what it's hyped up to be? Man, look at that. Goodness. And obviously, I know as Colts fans, you guys are very concerned about this. This is how, he got his concussion, the truck stick touchdown last year versus the Texans. But look at this. Bang. I mean, God. Reminds you of that Mahomes run versus 6 for the 49ers. Dear Lord. Absolutely gross stuff. And this right here, just a simple quarterback sweep in a pretty much must-have game. Man, good blocking right here. And, man, this is just excellent stuff. You'll see that 71 here has a very difficult block as a puller on this safety. 4 actually does a good job getting underneath that block. Doesn't matter. Anthony Richardson didn't even have to go to the ground there. Let's get to here. Okay? Notice a lot of these throws have play actions attaches to it. And even if it's not Jonathan Taylor, backers get up there and have to respect the run. Look at that. Whoo. Whoo. AR, man, don't do it to him like that, bro. Don't do it to him. I understand with Josh Downs' emergence and, the rotating door quarterback, Alec Pierce, it hadn't been as potent as it was at the beginning of the season, but the guy is still really good. Bang. Hit him right in stride. Love to see it. Okay? Whoo. Y'all, this is elite quarterbacking. Okay? I really do need to pull up the all 22 of this play. They're just a little too lazy. Once again, this is someone else's edit. Shout out to James Foster. He's the GOAT. Get a snap here. So, pump fake here to move 44 out of this window, and then you throw right behind him. Bang. God bless America. God bless America. Look at this quarterbacking. Let's go to here. All right. Play action. Man. Okay, first thing is you get a little unlucky as an offensive lineman here. All right. So you're really selling this zone blocking play to the left. All right. So you're thinking for sure that 95 right here is no doubt in your mind going to go along with the zone blocking to the left. But Quentin Williams, and that's who that is right here, is saying, look, I'm tired of all these boots. We're actually going to go to the boot. All right. Rarely do you see a DT play the boot quite like that. I'm starting to think this play right here was just a defensive line stunt to the left, which kind of makes sense because to their left and to the Colts' right, that is where the strength call is. So you do have a lot of defensive line stunts because you see 94 is actually shooting this gap. So you get a little unlucky right here if you're the Colts because there is a stunt here to where the boot is actually going. So if you would have actually run versus this look, you would have had, a cutback here and a lot more space to operate. So they have the perfect defensive call for this. Arguably the best DT in the AFC is Quentin Williams or Chris Jones. And Anthony Richardson is in a lot of trouble. All right, we know Quentin Williams is an absolute monster. So, yes, this is wide open, but not many quarterbacks, even ones that have like decent athleticism like a Bo Nix, they're probably not getting that off with that much velocity to have that much speed to run away from Williams while you're fading and hitting him, not in stride, but hitting him pretty well right there. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really, really, really is ridiculous. This, okay, really good stuff from Alec Pierce to sell this over, okay? And then watch Pierce the entire way. He is selling like he could still go vertical, and he does something called a stair-step technique where you're not just running the deep over, you're selling vertical, stair-step vertically, and then bang, you're running the deep over, okay? That's good stuff. And honestly, all things considered, this is not the worst coverage in the world, but that's just a really, 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 really good route on the deep over right there. And this is one thing you want to see more of, okay? This footwork is better. Once again, I'm not a QB mechanic expert, okay? wider base. You notice the feet have a little bit more width than that tiptoe throw you saw a minute ago. Look at the velocity he gets the football with. And when his cleats are truly like fastened to the ground, you see how beautiful of a throwing motion he can have. So we get to this play. QB coaches, let me know what you guys think about the base here. It really doesn't matter, though, because Josh Downs is a freak of nature. And look at that throw. Bang. All right. And part of why I wanted Flacco is because I think Flacco's a better fit for Josh Downs at a slot receiver. But maybe Downs and Richardson will develop that chemistry. I mean, I really do think Josh Downs is very, very, very good. And this Colts wide receiver room has some really nice pieces. I don't think they have that bona fide Jamar Chase type of number one guy, but they are very, very, very good. So, has Anthony Richardson really turned the page? Do you believe, based off this game, you think he can be a franchise quarterback? I mean, okay, so we get back to the beginning of all the throws put together. Do I believe Anthony Richardson is a franchise quarterback? I'm still skeptical. But, and I know I've been labeled an AR hater, but I needed to see a game where he had over 50% completion percentage. There's been so many of those. I needed to see a game with over 250 yards passing. This was his first. This was also the second highest ESPN QBR he's had in a game at the NFL level. And of games of 20 or more throws, this was his highest ESPN QBR. So this game was ridiculously good, but it's also the New York freaking Jets. So let's see what happens in this next game. But dear Lord, if it ever all comes together, like we said in my first ever AR video on this channel, the range of outcomes here, all right, there is still that glimmer, slim Josh Allen potential that's there. I need to see more, but man, this was a step in the right direction, and goodness gracious, it was a lot of fun to watch. Power Hour NFL. Boom. And tonight we are doing Snapper.